Well, this one's titled, Dear Lupus, Go Fuck Yourself, Part 2. Filmed this, I believe, in June, and spoke a lot about stroking out because of my blood pressure. Not long after that, when I was making jokes about stroking out, I had a stroke. I got 3 huge infections on my wrist. One, my home care nurse and I were able to excise gunk, it was gross, was oozing through cracked skin. Next, I went in for surgery and they flayed my wrist open because this goddamn stuff is inside me now. From here to here. I went home with an IV bag that I had to wear with antibiotics strapped around my arm, and it took me to like twice as long to get dressed and stuff, which really pissed me off. Things were looking good. Follow-up was good. They put me on antibiotics orally so I could get off that damn bag. Got infected again. This was after my first loading dose of Benlysta. Now, they won't even let me walk into an infusion clinic if I'm on antibiotics or have any kind of infection, even if I think I do. I've gone down from my IM injections since we last spoke, from 20 mil to 15. The doctors at the Lupus clinic all agree I need to be off it because before all of this crap happened, any work I did was canceled out the very next day. And when I started walking before surgery and the stroke, I was so good, I was actually walking my little dog, Sunny, around the block a couple of times. I could take the garbage out by myself, do the bird feeders, all those things. They're not, I mean, people think they're chores, but if I can do them, it makes me really super happy. So now I'm on stroke medicine. My last couple of visits to the clinic, the head docs who look after me and their fellows are quite upbeat. Everybody's happy. I can read a room when I walk into it. The doctors, although they don't say a word, I can just feel concern coming off them. On the plus side with the Benlysta, my first loading dose, at least I got that into me. I was delighted to learn that the price had dropped, and this was simply because my disability check for my back surgery took a shit kicking when my son turned 18, because of course he's a man. This worked to my benefit because the price was $500 when I did this before, and it's dropped down like $150. I've probably fallen over 20 times, even before I recorded part 1. And one of the last times, I think I shattered my cheekbone. I do not know if you can still see the bruise, but it's been there for over a month. This fucking disease has run rampant through my body. Rampant. And I'm not particularly impressed. In fact, I'm scared. If it's getting into me this quickly, like that infection, and hits the larger organs, I sat my husband down and we had a talk, and I said, darling, we have been talking about retirement, what we want to do, what we'd like to do. Look at this. This is your retirement, taking care of a sick wife. If worse comes to worse, and it does go where I really don't want it to go, I'm going to the nearest funeral home. I'm filling out a pre-need. I've even got a playlist drawn up, typed, handed to my kid for safekeeping. The less stress I can put on those two guys if I go, the better. My hubby's dropped 10 pounds in stress this year alone. Looks like shit. And I just feel so badly for him. This isn't what he signed up for. And that too really pisses me off. I need to address something. I'm jumping off thread here. A lot of research has been done into AIDS. A lot of research and people have been able to beat cancer because of the research. No one knows fuck all about lupus. No one knows anything about lupus. Oh, they know the symptoms, they know what could possibly happen. Everyone's first question is, am I gonna die? That was mine. We, ladies and gentlemen, who have this disease are babies in the woods. We're like Hansel and Gretel trying to follow the breadcrumbs back, and it's not happening. If I get a flare-up in my hands, say, which I am again, I talked about holes in my fingers and stuff last time. They're coming back. Yes, I've started physio. I can't even cross my legs without lifting them. I now have handlebars on the toilet seat because I can't get off the goddamn pot, so to speak. Shit or get off the pot, an old expression of my mother's. So right now I am waiting to phone Big Farm and find out from my contact there when I can get back into my infusions. When I lost my hair after I started the prednisone, I thought it would never come back, and it did, thicker and curlier than ever. So yay hair. I mean, that's the best thing I can say about what's happening. I did one thing today. I couldn't take out the garbage because I had to crawl up the front steps the last time, but I was able to hang up some decorations. And even though we don't get a lot of kids anymore, I do it for me because it makes me happy. And I got a bunch of new stuff over the weekend at this pop-up store, which is just Halloween everything. And did I have fun? So my favorite season is autumn. Usually that's when I flourish. If I get any remissions from lupus, it usually comes in autumn. It didn't this time. I'm not as angry as I was when I spoke the last time, but I am. Well, yeah, I am, but I'm not showing it. I wanted to do one ad. I'm surprised when my GP discovered that I had A, Raynaud's syndrome, 2, then mixed connective tissue disorder, where your tissue basically stops knitting together, and then fibromyalgia. She would have acted on this a little bit sooner. I don't know why she didn't. I suspect I've had lupus a lot longer than when I was first diagnosed in April of 2013. The last 2 years, it's just escalated in my system. I'm scared. My husband's scared. And even if I bring it up with my son, and I have a very close bond with him, he just shuts me right down. He won't talk about it. but he did accept the playlist. I don't know what my future is now. I really don't. That doesn't make me mad. I've actually hit acceptance. You know, the 5 stages of grief, even the 12 steps of AA. Acceptance is the first step. I'm okay with that. To the ladies who've watched this video, and the last one, I wish you all the best of luck. Because even though I piss and moan about how I look, we're all beautiful inside. You can tell, even sometimes with a post or on YouTube, that you know where this person's coming from, and they're not just blowing air. Big hugs for all of you, and please rate, comment, tell me to screw off, whatever. If you're doing something that's working, keep at it. I don't want to see anybody go down the track I was talking about. Love and green lights, or in this case mauve. I got my candle. It's too bad I didn't film it at night. I would have had the black light on. You would have seen these better. But, okay, I gotta sign off. I need to edit this. I've gone way overboard and said too many ums and ahs. Take care, people.